Not too much. Just excited for some sporting events this evening, especially that NFL game. Should be a good one, I think.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Looks like two competing teams here tonight on NFL. Some college football. We got a lot going on today.
Oh
NBA
yeah.
now. NBA is a Thursday. It's NBA TV. TNT doesn't want to compete with the
Okay.
NFL, right? We won't see that until after the new year. So NBA TV on Thursday tonight. A good one here as the Nets here host the Mavericks. Mavericks have moved up now to a 3-point favorite, total 225.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the total here in this one. The Mavericks here, they're kind of tops, in offensive efficiency versus a team that's really kind of last in, defensive efficiency. The Mavericks are coming off a loss, but have had a day's rest. And then, of course, the Nets came off of a pretty big beat down by Milwaukee there, yesterday. So I'm going to take a look at the under. So I'm going to go under the 225. This is already dropped from 228, so I've kind of missed out on a couple points there, but still think we should be okay in this one. Now, we know that Dallas is not notoriously, an under team here. So basically what I'm looking at, or what I'm betting on, is that these Nets are going to be a little bit worn down from that game yesterday. They're all getting up there in age, getting a little bit, of shaky legs, worn down here. They don't necessarily play, well when they're tired. They're 3-7-1 on no rest. They're also one of those teams that they really don't cover much at home. They're one of the worst teams to cover against the spread at home. So yeah, the under here in this one with the Nets, they're 10-1 in their last 11 games. When starting 5 players combined the night before for like 160 minutes, so they're 10-1 to the under when they've played the night before, basically. And then the under is 6-1 in the Nets' last 7 games following a straight up loss, and then under 7-2 in the Nets' last 9 following and against a spread loss here as well. So, Dallas, we know they're going to average probably, 115 to 120 in this. So I'm hedging my bet that the Nets are going to be the ones that aren't going to be able to score here. Brooklyn, I know they average about 113, but when they play these guys, they really don't score much over 100. So I'm kind of going to say we're looking at like a 115, 100 game. That's kind of where I see this one going, even though I know that, Brooklyn, struggles on defense. But these two teams are kind of, notoriously a little bit bad when they, are at the free throw line. 3-point percentages aren't necessarily strong. That's where I'm going to go ahead and lean to the under 225 here in this one today, Tony.
All right, Minnie here is going to go under the total here of 225 here with the Mavericks and Nets. Yeah, back to back. It was a featured game too with the Nets facing Milwaukee. A little bit of collapse there down the stretch there
Yeah.
for them. Of course, we do have injuries. Bertans and Nitiklina, not really much impact players. Hardaway, question. But I think it's the injury here. The concern here is with Brooklyn. Because these are a lot of supporting cast members who you need in back-to-back spots. No Curry, no Harris, no Morris, no Warren. And those are names that you hear on coming off here in the bench. So it's going to be kind of a lean bench here for the Nets today in a back-to-back spot.
Well, and especially because we know Dallas's game plan versus Durant, right? They're going to force him to shoot bad shots. They like to double team him. They held him to about 22 points last time out. Also, these teams kind of have trouble rebounding per se, like on the offensive boards. So also then that leads to like these other second chances. I think that will also slow the game down. They're bad at shooting the three, but we know these guys like to shoot the three, right? So they're still going to be putting up those chances. So again, I think it's going to be a little bit sloppy game. I'm hoping for the Nets being, pretty tired, a little bit worn down from another bad beat. So yeah, I like where this game sits here. I think it's going to be pretty close. Don't get me wrong, but I think we're going to tick just to the under here today.
And we got also the Mavericks are third slowest in pace. The Nets, the 12th slowest pace in the league of the 30 teams. Mavericks, Nets under 225. This one to have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern time. No, it's not TNT, NBA TV. So get used to the Thursdays until football, until NFL's over. Okay, they just we're waving the white flag here. We're just turning it over to NFL. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com here for today's action. As we said, a little bit of everything, some in small portions, some are in large portions. Your large portions, the NHL. Of course, we have NBA card, nice 4-game card from the NBA, 3 from college football, the NFL game, a lot on the hockey board. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks? As we're looking good in Major League Baseball, World Series starting tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait for that one tomorrow. It should be good. And then today, geez, I loved everything all about this hockey card. So I got 7 plays in the NHL tonight, so really heavy. But I really like it. I think it's a good spot for my handicapping here in this one as well. And then I have 2 in the NBA out of that 4-game card. So again, I really like these plays. So, I mean, I feel confident, so that means you should feel confident as well. Came off a really nice night. Again, I won both of my games in the NHL. Came out on top again in the NBA yesterday also. So really excited for this card tonight. I did also put that together as a 7-pack for you too, or a 5-pack and a 7-pack in hockey. And then, of course, my best bets. I think I'm going to stay away from the National Football League here today. I'm going to be more of a spectator. Me and Ramon, we talked about it earlier. Otherwise, the only thing I can maybe kind of get a little bit more of a lean to would probably be a total play on that, but not sure. But yeah, you could take a look at a replay of the morning steam if you want to get my insight on that game. And then again, today it's going to be some late steam if I can get in on some spreads on the college football card. I like where a couple of those are, again, just waiting for some points. That's kind of what I'm looking for there. Or I might just go ahead and stay away from that one too. In the morning steam, we have a play in that NCAA football game, the late night one. So you can go ahead and check that out too. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great card, pretty hot. So go ahead and get one of these packages, or you can go ahead and start thinking about the weekend already. You can get a 3-day, 7-day, even a 30-day pass on these sports. You can get a little bit of everything. I like to play volume, so we play lots of games. So yeah, it's going to be a fun one tonight, Tony. Can't wait.
That's right. Again, on board here with Mindy Hahne over at Tony'sPicks.com. Seeing great results here over the past 3 days from MLB as we put up the numbers for you guys up there. We saw that the World Series begins tomorrow. And of course, we've got it was a long wait. It felt like baseball season was already over. Anyway, get on board here. Showing results here, positive results the last 3 days from MLB, from the NHL, from the NBA, all showing great results here. So get on board here with Mindy. She has a 7-pack. She's in action here with this hockey card. 7-pack of plays off a 5-2 day yesterday. So get on board there. Another winning day yesterday here from the NBA. Also a best bet there on the board. And of course, more packages here from the late night package put together from her best bet here from the NHL. So get on board there with Mindy over at Tony's Picks. Of course, the way Mindy's running, you may consider a longer term pass. We have that 7-day pass. We'll actually get the 1-a-month All Sports Pass. Get all of Mindy's plays here for 1 month. That will include every play from the World Series, as well as all her NFL, all her college football, and of course we've got in there NHL as well, where she's doing great work in. And college basketball starts in a week from Monday, and probably going to have to wait a couple weeks. You're going to need some data on some of these teams, right?
Well, I might, get started a little bit sooner. I'll try to gather, as much as I can, just because, we kind of have this morning steam show that we need to work through. So I'm going to have to try to get down to business. But yeah, normally I wait a little bit until I can kind of see where teams are going to be, like, is Gonzaga going to be the same Gonzaga team? Well, not everyone's so sure, right, with them not being number 1 in the polls this season. So it's kind of that sort of thing. I like to, get my feet a little bit wet with how the direction of the season is going. But yeah, I'll probably start, a little bit sooner this time, but I'm not too worried having my partner in crime, Ramon, helping me through all that.
That's right. You guys will get on the morning steam show. You guys check it out. But again, that 1-month pass right here, get on board. It will save you some money here when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. That amounts to $66 off that 1-month All Sports Pass. You can access this page, Mindy's page, by clicking the link in the description, then clicking the All Cappers tab and then get signed up. Look for Mindy there and click her link and get signed up, and you'll get there. Now, Mindy did mention late Steam, and of course, this is a great feature for any of the long-term subscribers. And many of us are always looking for numbers, right? We like this team, but at this
Yep.
number. Well, sometimes the number's not available. We wait throughout the day, and any time the handicappers put in a pick between 10 minutes and 2 hours of start time, that's when that pick goes in the system. That's a late Steam. And those plays will be emailed to you individually into your email box for all the long-term subscribers. So only on the late Steam, not on all the plays, because we don't want to flood your email box. So just
Right.
the late Steam plays that we're waiting on numbers on. Usually that's the case. It's either injuries or waiting for the better number. So that hits, we're in play, and you're in play too. You will also, a long-term customers will also have a 5-minute priority window before this is sold on the pick ticker as a late Steam play. So you'll all have the best shot at getting the best number right off the bat with priority there, 5-minute priority over everyone else. So sure, go ahead and get signed up to the long-term pass. That 1-month pass will also include at no extra charge the late Steam plays that Mindy puts in the system late. And of course, those are going to hit a higher percentage because we have all the information. We're going to get the best number, and that is something that we want to make sure we want to do our best job for you. And if we like a play, but we don't like the number, we're not going to force ourselves into putting in the pick. We're going to wait. If it hits, our long-term customers are going to benefit. They're the ones that are going to benefit. So make sure you sign up for those long-term passes, because we always welcome you to visit the site before game time, before the game times, because you'll see the late Steam in green up there. So if you see it there, you can also buy it individually. So check it out. And of course, use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. All right, Mindy, we've also put together a Twitter account for you, Tony's Picks Mindy, with just picks. And of course, that morning Steam show. You guys looking forward to that day off, but you have a lot of content on the archives for them to listen to, a lot of college football, NFL as well on the morning Steam show.
Yeah, I mean, Tony, I don't know how you do it sometimes, like 7 days a week being, on the shows. It's a little tough. I give you lots of credit for all that. I kind of enjoy this one day off, even though Ramon spends his whole time, doing sports writing and watching some of his local games, also doing some broadcasting for the community college there too. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun weekend here. So excited. But yeah, we went ahead and we have a Twitter account, Tony's Picks Mindy, where you can get our free picks that we put out. Additionally, even more free picks. So you can go ahead and check that out. Go ahead and do the follow there. Click on the notifications, retweet those so we can expand those social media accounts there also. And then catch me and Ramon every morning, well, almost every morning, Saturday through Thursday at 8 a.m. Central for the morning Steam. We're usually on for about an hour, hour and a half. You can also catch the replays. You can also catch per game, video clips also on there. So you can pretty much find anything that you need regarding the card for the day. And we always talk a little bit sooner about NFL and about college football throughout the week. You can also go ahead and get information rolling for your due diligence for your card that's coming up here for the weekend. But yeah, we go over all of the initial line movements, also take a look at any injuries that may occur, news that's broken. So a lot of good information. We also have the Morning Steam team, our chat group. They're also throwing out picks, showing who they like, giving out their records, a lot of comments and commentary. It's been working out really well. We enjoy it, and I think the folks are liking it, according to their comments too. And yeah, go ahead and take a look at Tony's podcast, where you can just listen instead of watching if you prefer that platform. I think it's nice that we do have a lot of different ways to offer you our information out there. Not everyone does that, and again, everything that we do is fully documented and transparent. And the folks that watch our show every day, me and Ramon, they know that those are the picks that go into our site, and those are our records. So there isn't any fudging of anything there. I mean, our picks are what we are, and we're doing well, and we're pretty proud of that, and are excited to get that information out to the public.
That's right, guys. Morning Steam, you catch it, the archive on our YouTube channel, Twitter as well. But you can watch the archive. We got the NFL pick up there. They do a complete card here from NBA and NHL every day. Then they do like I do with on my videos. They do the college football in parts. I can do all 47 in one day. So they cut it up, they chop it up, and they get it in there. So they've got a lot of action in there for midweek action already into the Saturday game, so you guys can check it out. You want your hockey coverage, you want your NBA coverage, Check it out, Morning Steam. Of course, those of you, and we know a lot of people are at work right now. We get the comments from people at work watching us. On your commute home, go to the Tony's Picks podcast before you start driving. Get your Bluetooth going, and look for the Morning Steam show. The 1 hour plus show is in its entirety up on our podcast, so you can listen to it on your way home. We always love our truckers. Can't forget the truckers. We get a lot of business from truckers, right? The truckers out there. You guys can't, you guys got to keep around the road. So just make sure you have your ear on Tony's Picks podcast. So we love our truckers out there. We've talked to many of them. They like to chat a lot with us. The truckers come in and call us a lot. So
My cousin is one of those. He works for UPS. He does the over the road driving, and he's the same way. He's a huge hockey fan, so that's how he likes to do it, is listen while he's driving as well.
Yep, listen while they're driving. So get the podcast. Helps. Sometimes always tell me that helps them stay awake. Helps them keep,
Right.
that's the most. They always got something going on. So the Tony's Picks podcast, guys, for you guys on the road, commuting out there, or if you're one of those guys that works out and it'll help you get through your workout, you want the information, get that. You walk your dog. A lot of guys walk dogs now. A lot of them do now. Things have changed in this world. But anyway, go ahead, get the podcast there and listen to the Morning Steam. The Morning Steam in its full length show is up on the podcast right now. And so take a listen and check it out. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you show. Keep up that great work. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good, Tony.
You got it. Mindy Hahne here on